Hello everyone, in this video we will see the lateral ventricle. So first, this is the medial surface of the cerebrum. Here we could see this is the corpus callosum, and below the corpus callosum this is the septum pellucidum. This is forming the medial wall of the lateral ventricle, and below that we can see this is the fornix. Below the fornix this is the thalamus. These are the interthalamic adhesions, and between the thalamus and the fornix we can see this is the choroid plexus, which is entering into the lateral ventricle. These choroid plexus are entering below the fornix, and these are formed by the branches of anterior and the posterior choroidal arteries. So for seeing the lateral ventricle, we have to first cut the cerebrum in this manner. So we have given an incision at the superior aspect and then at the occipital lobes, and we have reflected it like this. So as we know, in the lateral ventricle we have the anterior horn. This is the anterior horn, which is lying posterior to the genu of the corpus callosum. So this is the anterior horn. This is the body or central part of the corpus callosum, and this is the posterior horn, which is entering into the occipital lobes, and this is the inferior horn of your lateral ventricle, which is entering into the temporal lobes. So this is the lateral ventricle, and here we could see in the central body part of the lateral ventricle, medially we have the thalamus. So this portion on the medial side, this is the thalamus, and the lateral side, this is the caudate nucleus. So this is the caudate nucleus. It is containing three parts: the head, the body, and the tail. The head lies in the anterior horn, then this is the body, which is lying in the central part of the lateral ventricle, and this is the tail, which is going downwards in the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. And this is the thalamic part, and these are the choroid plexus for the lateral ventricle. And in the inferior horn we can see a conspicuous structure, that is the hippocampus. So these are the foot-like processes at the inferior horn. So the inferior horn can be identified by these foot-like processes. This is known as pes hippocampus. So this is the pes hippocampus. So the fibers from this pes hippocampus, they are going towards the fornix. These are forming the fornix over here. These are the fibers of fornix arising from the pes hippocampus. So in the specimen we can easily identify the inferior horn with the help of this hippocampal area.